why I'm making this documentary is to try to peel away the layers of the surface and get deeper into why is this happening to our city? Why are we, of all places, in this condition?
54 deaths or murders were committed in the city of Stockton in 2011. 49 of those were people of color, black and Latino. I have a problem with that.
Find the worst place, and they found us.
The people who are the most beautiful people in the world have the love. They love each other, man.
It's good,
They love
but it can be bad.
If you're looking for trouble out here, you'll find it.
Habanero on the track.
See, a lot of people living out here in Stockton, they don't see, how bad it is.
This is Stockton right here, man. This is downtown Stockton. Stockton is magnificent. Violence is a city, it's a pity, hella shitty. My existence ever since I was an itty bitty kitty on that real shit. Feel this, truth I reveal. In this land of homicides, hustlers and raw deals. Call 911, tell them this is an emergency. I can't think of any city in America that operates like that, where the hub of the city, the heart, downtown becomes ghost town come 5 o'clock. Just rise up, insurgency, 209 grind, weighing heavy on my mind. Mudville, California, city of grime, where it's a thin line between love and hate. So it's a thin line between homies and fakes. In the land of the lost, where nothing's what it seems. Careful how you tread in the streets of broken dreams, where nobody's safe, cause we're all in the scope. Stockton, California, bitch, abandon all hope.
This is the real.
So it looks like a monstrosity of an eyesore. We got some new garbage cans in front of it though.
Eyes of the world believe that this man will.
This is the real.
And these are things that I gotta say, even if it means they hate me and no radio play. And
We're 2 blocks away from what you're gonna see in the city tour guide photos. Stockton is magnificent. It's magnificent on that block, but this is what the rest of the city is going through.
pain I feel, born and raised on the little bitty city of gimme that. Hopeless, broken dreams and plenty raps, gangbangs
How
and
they used to get down 1927. This is the skyscraper of Stockton. It's one of the first on the West Coast. You don't see no more skyscrapers down here. We had to keep a sandwich shop open. Those used to be lively centers of activity and commerce down here. It ain't looking like that anymore.
The streets is costing my life. Every day is getting put on the line. I ask God, how come we can't live to see past 25? They took a lot of people away from my streets. Free my niggas, the rest will rest.
This is the real.
So the truth I can't conceal. Well, I do still stand still. Be a man and still get
up in Stockton, I didn't realize how quote unquote bad it was until I went away from school.
Girl, believe that this man will.
This is the real.
Hit, stabbed, shot every other night. You hear gunshots.
It's hectic, man. It's real hectic.
We tired of people dying and the city of Stockton don't care.
Words
Like you said, there's a long history of that, but there's a long history of prosperity too.
We had a record homicide rate this year.
It is what it is.
We're low on police force because of him.
That's right.
My very own blood was part of that homicide rate.
I think they ought to look at my story.
Went to Franklin High School. Luckily, I was in the IB program, but just seeing how I was treated so differently from my friends who weren't in IB.
And we know because of the tax base, which is directly related to the type of funding that the schools get, that they're getting poor quality education. So, with this poor quality education and high dropout rate, what are the future of their kids growing up in this community?
And the secret to a better life here is to get a good education.
See, I know if I was to talk to kids like how we talking right now, a lot of kids would not be encouraged to continue going to get an education. How could you be?
We have a underutilized port here.
The whole city on a port with train tracks that run all through it. That's for sale, brother.
There's no reason why this city city shouldn't prosper.
Yeah.
Right? So what's holding us back?
Oh, guess what? Stockton almost bankrupt.
And I look at my community that I grew up in, and things have not changed.
There are decisions being made by people that we put in power or fail to pay attention to.
I could see where these poor kids over here going, my God, the only way I'm going to get them is if I take it.
Success will talk Stocktonians. What are the future of their kids growing up in this community? And the secret to a better life here is to get a good education.
There are decisions being made by people that we put in power or fail to pay attention to.
So, with this poor quality education and high dropout rate, what are the future of their kids growing up in this community?
Success will talk Stocktonians.
are strong and resilient people.
Being from Stockton gave me an understanding of why I was getting my higher education, so I could one day come back to Stockton and implement some change.
They are committed to success because it's trial by fire.
People don't really back down out here, you know what I mean?
What ain't closed is the bar. The bar is open for business.
Within a 3 square mile radius, you cannot find a grocery store in the south side of Stockton, but you can find liquor stores.
How many of us realize that there's 23 liquor stores or places where you can buy alcohol on that 1 mile strip where Edison is located? Somebody zoned it. That didn't just pop up out of nowhere.
We also know that there are systems and mechanisms that historically have kept that in place.
Gang warfare, killings back and forth, shit on the wall, and it's reflective of what has happened to the people and what has happened to the community.
And then that's when we found out there was just kind of this legacy of the people that lived in this area just getting kind of just neglected by the city.
At some point, there's gotta be some kind of either accountability.
And people think that's what's gonna stop the gang problem. What you think they're gonna think about here in Stockton? Where it's even more rampant, you know what I mean? They got billboards over town pumping people, hey, we need more cops and this and this and that, but really what we need is more people in the community doing things.
Stop the violence, terminate the hate, spread the positive.
Peace is not the absence of conflict. It's the state where you handle conflicts peacefully.
And this is also where the judge made a decision against Maria Isabel Vasquez Jimenez and the family of Maria Isabel after she died of heat stress.
Do y'all remember Cesar Chavez? I want to know, and I asked people, I asked teenagers, tell me about the person that your school's named after. You go to McNair High School, you're a young black man. Tell me who Ronald McNair is.
Half of Stockton will be caught dead out here. We're trying to send a positive message like, hey, you shooting this video.
Get education, do all that stuff. Don't be in the streets. Not the thing to do. Especially not in Stockton.
Crime will take care of itself after a while when you employ people.
It used to be hammer skate. Everything that was sacred to me in Stockton when I was growing up is now it's CVS. Next year it'll be a Walgreens too. And I've traveled to different places. It's like it's not how everywhere is. Right here it's 6 months time, 500 plus crimes, and the map it won't even load anymore.
They allow for open drug selling, all that kind of stuff, even prostitution.
Citizens of Stockton, California are being prostituted by elected city officials, the chief of police, and the city manager.
They stole my father's ashes.
Company policy, even they acknowledge, protect your shit at all times. And if it don't get protected, it ain't their fault.
Stockton sometimes is called Mississippi West. This is a Republican stronghold, brother.
It is.
You can't come up out here as no Democrat. You can get destroyed. Don't come out here with that shit.
You look us in the face, you smile, you cut us off, and you go to your face. And I think it's ridiculous. And I think someone needs to answer to that.
That leads me to draw a conclusion that you guys are being directed by something, or maybe someone, other than the public.
So that the rich people can buy your representatives.
This Stockton City Council has certainly become that. It's supposed to be we the people, not we the council, not we the mayor, not we the manager, not we the rich.
That was the mayor just walking away with her back turned, man.
It's important to tell our history, everyone I think should be stepping up and telling their history, especially history in this area, so that we can value it.
In the past, to revisit it so people remember, like, ooh.
We have to feel not just for ourselves.
One person can make a difference.
These families have a representative that represents their community. Why aren't they here today?
Trying to save Stockton, we need our city officials behind us.
It's not going to happen from the city leaders because there's such a great disconnect.
We don't think it's going to get better anytime soon. We're hoping that we can do whatever we can to make it better.
And whatever I can do to make that change, I'm going to do. But I can't do it by myself. You can't do it by yourself. It's going to take a community to do it.
The stories I could tell could write an encyclopedia-sized tragedy.
Because in this society, crime pays. People are getting paid. Not the poor people that they want to blame. But systems and institutions are getting paid.
Who's responsible and what we're going to do about it?
So when it comes time to challenge the laws, challenge those who do injustice, we find people silent.
Wake up, everybody.
We got to do this for ourselves.
When the fog inundates the city, it doesn't just inundate the rich community or the poor community, the haves or the have-nots, the blacks, the Latinos, the whites. The fog comes in on all people.
I realize food tax is my home, and I ain't taking this shit no more.
It's time people learn the real story.
What you're doing now and how you're trying to enlighten people about Stockton and other people and things that happen in Stockton and how the lives are in Stockton right now, you should be commended for it.
Got some more new garbage cans. In case we didn't have enough in Stockton, it don't matter, half this block is abandoned, as long as they got somewhere to throw the garbage and nobody's out here anyway. We gotta speed it up, because it ain't safe out here in the daytime, let alone when it start getting dark. Look where they got some more garbage cans, man, right across the street. It's an empty lot, man. Who's making decisions around here?
And we're out, let's do it. Peace and love.
Everybody gave up on this city, I don't. And I think that that's the problem too, is people give up on this place when it isn't a place we need to give up on.